Hello YouTube. Been a bit of a slapdash affair so far. Hopefully things will improve. But to be honest, if you're coming in on episode, I don't know, what, 20 odd of whatever fortress number this is, 24? You know the drill. You know what's going to happen. You know what may or may not occur. Don't start complaining. I mean, if you're leaving negative comments on these videos, I mean, just don't bother. Nothing's going to change. Like, there's 5 of you. Oh, by the way, hello Johnny5. I saw that comment you put on the video just before I started uploading. It is what reminded me to get that backlog done. Thank you. And a round of applause in chat for Johnny5 who sorted it all out for the YouTubes. Isn't that good? Alright, let's have a quick look in chat before we go, because I see another name popping up. Ozoned TW. Welcome to the stream again. Thanks for joining us. I'll have you know, sir, I just quit a game to watch your stream, but I'd be lying. I was quitting a game and I saw you streaming, but it's the thought that counts. It is the thought that counts. Also, I thought about gifting you $1 billion, but I don't have anywhere near that much. But again, thought that counts, so you should be grateful. Well, of course I am. Of course I am. I mean, it's nice that someone would think that it might be sensible to give... Well, to be honest, actually, the idea that it would be sensible to gift me $1 billion is worrying. I mean... like, if you've got $1 billion, much as I wouldn't mind a bit of it, probably don't give all of it to me. I mean, I am almost guaranteed to waste it. I mean, I would try and do some good with it, but where to start? I mean, fucking hell, too many choices. I take about a day and a half to pick something off of an Indian takeaway menu. So if you give me $1 billion and say, here you go, I know you'll be a good custodian of this wealth, I'll look at you with big eyes and go, oh, what do I do with this? I mean, obviously get a new PC in that, but beyond that, I mean, house, you know, you could get all sorts of mundane bullshit with it. Once you've got $1 billion, why are you even thinking about the mundane bullshit? Just start waving your wads around. No problems. Come on, get creative. I'm going to make a really efficient delivery business. Oh, such imagination! Oh! I mean, you know, yeah, going to the moon is kind of cool, but still, come on, billionaires. Fucking pick up the ball. Let's do something fun. Let me ogle, let me marvel. Make my eyes pop out of my head like a wolf falling in lust in the cartoon. Come on, boys. Anyway, sub 2 billion times. Well, I say a day and a half. It doesn't take me that long. I just give it to my partner and say, Kel, please, could you pick for me? Thank you. And it works that way. It's good. It's good. It's good. Don't take me to a restaurant. Just let me... That's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Right. Let's have a look. I wonder what Corgi is doing in the fortress. I have no idea. Is that a Corgi? It is. It's Corgi Derp emote. 1 billion equals new PC. Well, I'd probably buy my mate's PCs as well and all that jazz. That's just my first move. That's just my first move with the billion. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know. If you came into like an effectively infinite amount of money, the first thing I would do is, just obviously, assuming I was in no dire circumstances that required immediate remediation. But if I was just right now, if someone gave me $1 billion, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to buy a new PC then. Just the first thing you do, isn't it? Well, I do. First thing I do. And then I wake Kel up and say, oh, by the way, Kel, it paid off. I know I was slightly pessimistic about the idea of making a living off of streaming, but turns out somebody has got serious mental problems and a lot of money. Hooray! Thank goodness for mental health issues. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work. That's probably a bad thing to say, isn't it? Careful, everybody. Careful. 400 million subs. That's right. 400 million subs gets me $1 billion. So, I mean, that's only the population of America plus the UK minus a few people. There's always going to be some naysayers. There's always going to be some naysayers. So I would probably do better with the billion. I mean, you know, give me money by all means. I love it. Honestly, it's great. But if you've got the cool billion, you know, probably just give me just something, anything. I don't fucking care. I mean, it's the more the better, but, you know, the full billion, that's too much, man. It's way too much. Don't give me $1 billion. I mean, that, potentially, that could be world-ending money. Like, I might actually fuck up so badly with $1 billion that everybody dies. And nobody wants that, do they? Well, there's probably somebody out there who wants that, but not people we should listen to, are they? They're not people we should listen to. Thank you very much for the follow there. Much appreciated. My internet is down, so I'm watching via my mobile. This show will cost me quite a few pennies. Oh no, so still with the... was it you last time who had the internet issues? Or was it somebody else? I think somebody else had lost their internet last time. It may have been you, but I forget. Anyway, where was I? Hello, Orchimedes. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Well, let's be honest, says Ozone. America is the greatest, so really we're all worth 10 billion people with a 375 million pop. I mean, economically, you may have an argument there. I mean, there's probably quite a large chunk of the world's wealth sloshing around the American economy, but I mean, morally, can we say such things? Can we make such wild statements? I don't think so. Either people all have roughly the same value, or they don't. And, you know, if they don't, then I've got to redo all my fucking calculations, and I don't like the idea of that, so I'm going to be a naysayer no matter what. You cannot present me with evidence to change my mind. What are you, mad? This is the internet. Evidence counts for nothing. Where was I? Imagine the FPS on DF on $1 billion PC. Oh man. Oh god, imagine the insanity you could construct. Imagine what you could do. Like, fuck, like having a VR headset. You could have special, like, custom ground, like, industry grade optics. Oh man, it would be insane. Oh, sorry. I'm getting a little... A real life dwarf fortress. I reckon it wouldn't cost you $1 billion. I reckon you could get it. I mean, if you actually want dwarves in it, then there's obviously going to be operating costs, and they are going to spike around Panto season. You're going to be competing. So I would maybe $1 billion. Maybe you could run a dwarf fortress over, say, a decade. Well, maybe 20 years with $1 billion. But I reckon over time, it's just going to come back to bite you in the arse. I honestly wouldn't sell. Be careful with your $1 billion. What would the average ceiling height of a dwarf fortress be? More importantly, how much booze do we keep in stock? Oh, loads. Oh, VR headsets for dwarf fortress. To be fair, I must admit, the challenge of creating an unfazable computer for dwarf fortress does kind of... The trouble is, though, it's basically just CPU, isn't it? The only way you're getting more frames per second in dwarf fortress is by increasing the power of your CPU, and there's obviously a ceiling for that. I mean, does anybody know the price of the current most powerful processor in the world? And it has to be single clock speed, single thread processor, because Dwarf Fortress doesn't multi-thread. So, I mean, I don't know. It could be good. Could be good. We don't talk about ceiling height in Dwarf Fortress, says Durin. Oh, do we not? Is it just an assumed thing that everyone arrives to naturally? That sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. By the way, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I don't think I've seen you here before. That's a very good point, actually. Now that you mention it, I see where you're going with that. I see what you mean. Like, yes, titans and giants do just sort of meander into your hallways looking around, when I imagine it would be quite different if you were paying a little bit more attention to scale. You know, sometimes, very often in fact, I was driven to near insanity by a children's programme that my children would watch when they were younger, called In the Night Garden. That TV programme, although, yes, it's set in a fantastical, sleepy world of small creatures and, you know, dreamlike states, pays very little attention to the scale of its characters, and it... Oh my god. Oh! How big is Macapaka? Dunno. Don't compare them to a Pontipine, because they've changed sizes. They're not a reliable yardstick, or a pine stick, Pontipine. Wattingers. In the Night Garden, man. Driving mental. Anyway, let's catch up with chat, and then we'll start playing Dwarf Fortress eventually. I mean it. I promise. We're 9 minutes into the recording, so we've got to start sooner or later. Freedom units, communist meters, heavens above. Heavens above. I did watch a video recently explaining like which was the better system out of metric and imperial, and obviously it explained that metric was the best system. What are you doing? What are you doing with inches? What is this? Why? Come on, it's 2020. But apparently the embark of 768 tiles is 1,873 metres, so a tile is roughly 2.4 metres. Oh, okay. But that is... Are they cubic tiles? I don't think they are they? I think the tiles are... Oblong? Oblong, is that the word I'm looking for? I think so. Hello, Harold Beaver. Dwarves are just tall enough to reach the ground, so ceiling height doesn't really matter. Oh, I see. Starts like counting from the top, of course. I will definitely be streaming in 30 to 45 minutes, Ozone. Not that this matters, because you've clearly gone to look after your children. You've clearly gone. Catching up. Hello, Righteous. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Orchimedes agrees. The scales are all off in the Night Garden. Fucking the Night Garden. Awful. I mean, it's fine for babies and kids, but, you know, in terms of, like, characters having the right sizes relative to each other, oh, it's maddening. Where are we going? Bringing logic into the channel. That's not bannable, it's just pointless. It's not going to help you. Maybe invest in SpaceX Endeavour to mine space candy. Possible dwarf fortress in space. Why not? Well, as you see, Sarah, the thing is, I feel like if you've got a billion, sort of stepping into that sort of blue, what are they called? What's Ian Amazon's space company called? Blue something? Blue Moon? It's not Blue Moon. Because Elon Musk is SpaceX. Whatever. If you step into that field with $1 billion in your pocket, they're going to look at you and go, yeah, alright, whatever. And the rest. There's cash flow, fool. Come on, get out of here, Povo. You know, they're not going to really take you seriously. Because old, what's his name? You remember the guy who did the mega textures in Rage and previous breakthroughs at id Games? What's his name? John Carmack. He had a space company, didn't he? Armadillo Aerospace. Made some pretty fucking cool little floaty rocket things. They folded. Because he didn't walk in with hundreds of billions. He just walked in with like millions and millions and millions and millions and squillions. Does anyone remember that Richard Garriott? He lives in a castle. Anyway, let's keep having a look here. Hot Cup of Tea, Blue Origin. That's the name of the company. Thank you very much and welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Righteous was having a barbecue with his friends. Nice. Very nice. I do love a barbecue. We had one for my son's birthday the other day. I would love DF going into space as an end game. I feel like that's a different game. Maybe going to another plane, heading off to the astral plane. That might be exciting, because I was listening to the Dwarf Fortress podcast today. And one of the things that's come up, I haven't finished it yet, but one of the things that came up was like the Myths and Legends update, which is supposed to contain like different planes of existence for angels and gods and stuff to live on. Very exciting. No. Blue Lagoon is one of those awakening films for teenage boys, I'm afraid. It's a different thing entirely. Sal. Where are we going here? Let me just catch up with what's going on. Can contain 0 to 7 feet of liquid plus a 1 foot thick floor. That's true. So that's like an 8 feet tall... Yeah. 8 feet cubes. That would be right. Richard Garriott lives in a castle and went to space. He did. He does. He did. Sorry, I got it the wrong way around. Yeah, he's also got like the thinnest ponytail you have ever seen. It's like ridiculously thin. Blue Lagoon is 1980s grumble. Not quite. As far as I am aware, grumble is defined as pornography found underneath bushes, which is a rarer and rarer phenomenon these days. I mean, it used to be all the time you'd find a little bit of grumble weeds. But no, apparently not. Can contain 25 million cubic centimetres of dragon. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. I need to play Dwarf Fortress, otherwise Twitch will come for me and they'll say, "What are you doing here? You're streaming in the Dwarf Fortress category, yet you have played absolutely no Dwarf Fortress in the last 28 minutes. What's going on?" So let's make our quota. So, did I trade last time? Have I traded with these humans? I don't think I have. I traded with elves last session, but not the humans. So, let's quickly click and see what they've got for us. Have I got a trader in? I do not. Let's summon the trader. Excuse me. We also need some goods moved up to the depot, but that's fine. The dwarves should take care of that automatically. Excuse the hiccups. I can't really do anything about it right now. Let me retie my hair. It's coming down a bit weird. As long as all but one of the dragons is crouching, it's fine. That's right. Although normally, wasn't it canonically the tiger that crouches and the dragon that hides? I'm not sure. Or is that just in that particular film? Who could possibly say? Excuse me. A lot of wild, loose hair everywhere at the moment. I just need to deal with that, and then there we go. Right, have they brought up all my tradables? Doesn't matter, because Sigurd the broker is no longer here, or is not here yet rather. He's currently socialising. Too busy to make it to the depot. This isn't like when Sal was the broker. She used to make it there on time. Or did she? No, she didn't, did she? There was at least one occasion where I sat there going, "Oh, why are you not coming to my depot? Get your ass up here now!" Ah, dear. Come on, can we trade yet? We cannot trade yet. I really want the broker to stop socialising. ASAP. Yep. I think. Was that one? It was not one. Still socialising. Let's find Sigurd. Let's find Sigurd the broker. Stodir, Ravelin, Japs, Dishmab, Nil, Urist. What's we got here? Singor, Solon. What have we got going on? Atir? No. Where's our broker? Where's our broker? Did I go past him? I bet I did, didn't I? Carpenter, engraver, mason, dissector, animal trapper, metalsmith, craftsdwarf. I can hear chat going, there they are, broker. Da-dum-ba-dum-dum-da. Found them. I can hear chat tippy-tapping off to the side, and I'm not looking. Not just yet. I've got to get some dwarf fortress done. Okay, so he's socialising in one of the guild halls. By the look of it, the Stoneworkers Guild Hall. Seems to be the life of the party as well. Everyone's looking at Sigurd. Oh, Sigurd, you jolly, jolly motherfucker. Let's find out a little bit about Sigurd. I'm going to click on him in the background here in Dwarf Fortress. Where are you, Sigurd? There we go. We're going to follow him so we can see when he heads off to the trade depot. And we're just going to go and look at Dwarf Therapist. Let's find out a bit about Sigurd. Where are you, Sigurd? Sigurd. Oh, there's 2 Sigurds. 3. Holy shit. But this one's highlighted with a nice brown colour, so clearly that's the trader. Now if I hover my mouse cursor, I get a pop-up that you can't see. Let's have a little look. Satisfied after learning about woodcrafting. Affection, talking or visiting with a friend. Affection after making a friend. Satisfied about learning about bone carving. Acceptance when caught in the rain. That's unusual for a dwarf. Normally it cripples them for the rest of their life. Come on. Can easily fall in love or develop positive feelings. Oh. Does not easily hate. Oh, that's nice. Can handle stress. This is really good so far. Occasionally overindulges. Who doesn't? Would never pass up a chance for a good fist fight. Uh-oh. Is generally quite confident when undertaking specific ventures. As opposed to vague ventures. Is pleased by their own appearance and talents. Okay, it's going downhill a bit, but it's still okay. Doesn't mind wearing something special now and again. Doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. Okay, good. Generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy. They're moving, they're on the move. Cannot tolerate differences in culture, lifestyle or appearance. Oh dear. Has a tendency towards forming deep emotional bonds with others. Is completely oblivious to any conception of neatness. Has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over personal applications. Or practical applications, not personal applications. A personal application is something quite different. Let's head over to the fortress again and ignore the notifications that this mule and this elk are starving, because I don't really give a sloppy pop about that. Where are you going, Sigurd? Are you not coming up to the trade depot? Because it feels like the kind of place you should be going, doesn't it? There's a certain amount of you should be at the trade depot in my mind right now. Yet currently you sleep. Do I need to press R? I do, don't I? I didn't have him summoned. He was just fanning around doing whatever he wanted because I'd said not to bother coming. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a little look down here. Dragon sits where dragon fits. Makes sense. I mean, I certainly wouldn't tell a dragon, even a Komodo dragon, the smallest of the dragons, I bet it's not the smallest thing called a dragon in the real world, is it? Someone's going to correct me. Hello, The Life of Ryan. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Is this broker a bad man for the job? Hates merchants, hates depots, lazy, narcoleptic. Yes, okay, that sounds like a very disqualifying list of qualities. However, don't forget that he was picked because of his actual skill at... Oh, was he? Hang on, I can't remember. Let me just have a quick look here at the broker's credentials. We can't see it, can we? We need to... Oh, bum. We'd need to chuck him out and rehire him to see what he's got. I mean, I could just look over at the skill, but in Dwarf Therapist, but I'm too lazy. Hello, Glaudram. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. A man after my own tread. Oh, I think he's talking about someone else in chat. Let me have a quick look. I seem to recall Pratchett had much to say about where dragons hide, mostly in their own dimension. That's a good point. That's a very good point. They did have their own little side dimension, didn't they? Like proper dragons. Not like, cigarette lighter Vimes dragons. Lady... what was her name? Who did Vimes marry in the end? I forget. I like to think Terry Pratchett is sat listening to Christopher Lee telling awesome stories right now with Tolkien in the background, pissed up. Oh, man. That would be interesting. I mean, the thing is, like, with the afterlife ever filling with people, I mean... There's so many people you could sort of like try and get to hang out with. You'd probably have to book it ages in advance though. Those famous people like that who did cool things in their life, probably very popular dinner partners in the afterlife. Should that even be a thing? I'm not convinced. You can replace him with himself to check, but will that not piss him off? Will that not, Sybil? Harold? Excuse me? I don't know what you mean. I think that might piss him off. Just taking him out and reinstating him, it's like walking up to him, ripping the medals off his chest and then going, only kidding. I don't know, I just feel like it won't go down too well. Hello, Jack720, Cadge23, I think. I'm guessing that's the correct pronunciation. Pronunciation. I could be wrong though. Feel free to correct me. I may even notice. Did Pratchett write himself his own afterlife? I think he did a lot of writing about death and the afterlife. Thank you very much for the sub, Cloudram. Much appreciated. Thank you. Not required, but very much enjoyed. Lovely. Subs. Nice. Where was I? Pratchett wrote a lot about, and thought a lot about the afterlife, I think. He had a few, I'm not sure they were his literal ideas, but I think he presented what he would have liked to be the case, for sure, across his books. Chucking him out and adding him back can get him to the depot sometimes. Oh, Sybil is Vime's wife. Lady Sybil. Yes, okay. I get you. Now I'm on the same wavelength as at least one person in chat. Excellent. And thank you very much for the follow, Duran. Much appreciated. Right, where were we? Keep catching up. Many sub-hype. Indeed, Salford. Indeed, Sal. Imagine death coming for Pratchett. Can you autograph this sickle, please, sir? I imagine there'd be at least a moment of, I got it right, if that actually happened. If the death from the Pratchett books came for Terry Pratchett, I think he would be surprised. Very surprised. I was about to go somewhere so dark, but something within me managed to stop me. It's a very unusual circumstance, but I managed to avoid it. Tolkien sailed into the West. I imagine that actually was the case. Imagine people didn't die and they just went on to the next continent. I mean, what you could do, I suppose, is just have people constantly rotating, like live a lifetime in one continent, move on to the next one, then on to the next one, to the next one. Although, you'd need an ever-expanding world for that to work, I assume. Maybe. Like, people do die in Tolkien, don't they? So maybe you didn't have to go to the West. Anyway, enough of this weirdness. Let me play some Dwarf Fortress. Okay, did I have it paused? Do we have a trader? We don't have a trader yet. Let's try kicking him out and putting him back in. Broker, it was Sigun Rith-Egaith. Let's replace them. There he is. Competent Persuader, Competent Negotiator. Competent Persuader and Negotiator, Adept Appraiser. Yeah, let's stay. In you go. Let's see if that prompts him to get his butt into the trading zone. Take me to the trading zone. Now, this is a weird question, I know, but where it says no trader needed at depot, is that the current state the game is in? Or is that the state the game will be in if I press the key? Stupid question. Obviously stupid question. Yes, toggle it. So trader requested at depot. That's the state we're in. Okay, that's good, that's good. Oh, Asal was already telling me before I even asked the question, making me look even dumber. Nice. Very good. More like Logan's Run. Oh my goodness. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in the world of Logan's Run, being 40. That would be problematic for me. Mind you, I could go and live in the library on the surface with the old beardy man, couldn't I? That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. The one who looks like Socrates from Bill and Ted. Has anybody else noticed how many Bill and Ted videos have been appearing on YouTube in the run-up to the new film? I mean, every channel I watch that is even tangentially related to movies has done a video about Bill and Ted. I feel like I now know everything there is to know about the production of that movie and what occurs in it, even though I already knew that because I was the exact perfect age for it when it came out. Let's trade. Let's trade. Greetings. The crafts dwarfship of the dwarves is unparalleled. Oh, very nice. I'm very excited that you feel that way. I reckon we're going to get some good trading done. Firstly, I'm going to have all your bars. I'm not even going to check what kinds of bars you've got. I'm going to buy all your gems. Because you see over here? You see these bins? They're full of spiked copper balls. And if there's one thing I know about traders, they are fucking sloppy for spiked balls. They love it. That's a really horrible way of putting it. Let's just get on with the trading and feel a little bit of just a moment, just a flicker of shame, and then we'll carry on as if nothing happened. Do I want ropes? Not really. Ah! It looks like we've got some musical instruments. First of all, a silver ecro. Have we seen the ecro before? I think we have seen the ecro before, but it's well worth a little glance at once again. This is a silver ecro. The bells are made from silver. The stand is made from clear glass. The ecro is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of 5 metal bells attached to a glass stand. The musician strikes the bells. The instrument has a 1-octave range, going from a mid-low to a middle pitch. The instrument has a clear, rugged, heavy timbre. Okay, so let's quickly pause Mr. Swerwer in the background. Let his music not be sullied with my nonsense. Let me just resize this window. And we'll have a little think about the ecro. So, silver bells hanging from a clear glass stand. And it's huge. 5 metal bells. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, metal bells. Silver. Idiot. 5 silver bells on a glass stand. And they start at mid-low to middle pitch. So we're looking for some sonorous dongs. How about something clear, rugged, heavy? Clear, rugged, and heavy. Dong. Was that rugged? Was it heavy? I feel like it was a little bit clear. That worked. But I always have trouble with bells. It's a difficult instrument to convincingly convey the sound of. We need a very rugged and heavy dong here. I'm going to try again. Forget about the clarity. Just think about rugged, heavy dongs. Dong! Is my dong heavy enough? What's happening here? Am I losing my mind? Have I lost all of my dong sense? Possible. Let's try one more time. Dong, 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 dong. I'm going down. I need to go up. That was started at mid-low. It's got to get to a middle pitch. Dong, 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 dong. No. There's already far too many dongs in this stream. Let's quickly come out of the ecro. I'm going to buy it, but I don't think we really need it. How about a green glass Gesso? I should probably check in chat to see if people actually enjoyed my heavy, rugged dongs. That's odd. Red Letter Media just reviewed Bill and Ted's movies today. That was actually yesterday. I watched that yesterday. It was one of the videos I saw Druids made. It was very good. I found burrows hindered the broker's arrival at the depot. As soon as I removed him, he decided to trade at the depot. Oh, okay. Intriguing. Intriguing. Hello, Alceris. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And you have to pick that as your first choice statement to put in. Excellent. I remember the knob from last stream. That's true, Sal. It's all about dongs tonight. Knobs. That's so last week. We're not thinking about knobs at the moment. By the way, my face is covering chat. Is it now? Is it? Well, that is actually pretty easily remedied. If I do that, there we go. Hopefully it's legible. I could also have done that, couldn't I? Or this, or that, or indeed this, or just gone back to there. Who knows? Who knows what makes sense in this wild, mad world? Hello, Rough Repals. Dong to you too. Thanks for joining us. There were 5 knobs. You're right. Various knobs of various constructions, various materials. Very exciting. Time to turn the sound up for the people in the next apartment. They'll think you've been abducted by some kind of madman. Hello, Chunky Nut. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Sonorous Dongs. I know it has a certain something about it, doesn't it? Is it a band name or an album name? That's the question. That's what we need to find out about Sonorous Dongs. Yes, Sarah, the what's names? The frames per second is pretty good. That's because it's uncapped. Trust me, once they've got a few dwarves in the fortress, it'll drop and be just like anybody else's. If only I was running a prototype quantum computer. Imagine if Toady had just been born a quarter of a century later, maybe entire century later, and had access to all sorts of quantum computing. Imagine what Quantum Dwarf Fortress would be like. Anyway, bow, bow, bow. He says you've got to get the fucking barrel of juice into the stockpile. I don't know why I did that. That's nothing like it. It was going so well when I sang the theme tune, but as soon as I started trying to, what's his name? Ziggy Slapper. Can't remember the guy's name. Al? Was it Al? I forget. As soon as I try and imitate him, it all goes wrong. Terribly wrong. That's right, Sal. I got there in the end, and this tells me I am miles behind in chat. I should probably scroll down a bit. Daily dose of Dong, quite right. I think I could have improved the clarity of my rugged Dong. Well, we'll see. I imagine other musical instruments are going to present themselves to us soon. Maybe I'll do better with those. I don't always, but sometimes I do. Al, why haven't I leapt yet? That's right. Imagine that. Imagine the episode where he wakes up and he's in Dwarf Fortress. Now there's an oh boy, right? There's an oh boy. That's what he's going to have to do. Quantum DF, a world without catsplosions. I don't even want to think about it. I mean, you could have a catsplosion, but it would be, a quantum catsplosion. It wouldn't crash the game. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Hello, Admiral Praxis. Welcome back. Siggy, calculate the value of our gold statue. Ooh, imagine you could actually give your dwarves a Ziggy, almost a Star Trek tricorder. That would be nice, wouldn't it? They'd probably get things done a lot quicker. Dong Fortress is a step up from Paul's Fortress. Is it though? If the article about Dong Fortress appears on the internet and people start going, I want to learn more about this Dong Fortress game, is it going to be a good thing? I don't think so. Anyway, where are we going? We're looking at a green glass gesso next. What does a green glass gesso look like? This is a well-crafted green glass gesso. It is encrusted with cushioned cat's eye cabochons. The frame is made from green glass. The body is made from clear glass. The strings are made from bronze. On the item is a well-designed image of lettuces in giant grizzly bear bone. That's a very mixed message. I feel like there's some kind of artistic meaning. They're trying to say something by making pictures of lettuces in giant grizzly bear bone, right? They're saying I don't know. It feels like there's some kind of dynamic there, a conflict between the material and the image, right? That's like a drawing of your children made with a dog turd, right? perfect, beautiful rendition that's just, oh, that's an amazing drawing. And what's that you're drawing with? Oh my God. It's got that same level of, what's the word? Contrast. Is that what I'm looking for? Contrast? Juxtaposition? I don't know. What the fuck do I know about art? I'm just some guy who sits here making stupid noises. I don't even wait for the recording to start or the streaming to start. I'm making stupid noises all the time. Anyway, where were we? The Gesso is a large, stationary, metal-stringed instrument with a glass frame and a glass body. The strings are suspended from the frame down to the body, and the musician plucks the two strings. Tuning is accomplished by pegs. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range, going from an extremely low to a middle pitch. The instrument has a thin, strained, even timbre. Now, immediately, I see difficulties here. Extremely low, yet thin and strained. What is this? How does this work, right? It's like old Soviet subversive cartoons. The lettuce is the mayor. Oh, intriguing. I like this interpretation. I'm not going to do a Russian accent. I'm just going to imagine the caption underneath, like, mayor is lettuce, state is grizzly bear bone. I don't know. I think I was going somewhere with that joke, and then about a quarter of the way through it, I lost faith in it. And honestly, I feel like I probably should have left it on a shelf. Oh well, never mind. It's like an advert for vegetarianism on an animal medium. I know, that would be weird, wouldn't it? There's like a book about veganism written on vellum. I mean, it would last longer than a book written on paper, but it kind of defeats the object, right? Anyway, so we're talking about strings, very deep strings. Dung, 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 dung. Just to be clear, these are dungs, not dongs. I'm dunging when I do the stringed instruments. Dung, 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 dung. Very different from bells. They go dong, 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 dong. Just to be clear, we don't want any confusion about this. So it's a large glass metal stringed instrument. So we've got a big glass body, strings suspended down from the body, musician plucks two strings. I'm imagining it's a sort of frame, a glass frame you stand in front of, like a harp that you look directly at rather than sit with it like this. You see what I mean? You're going ding, 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 ding. So you've got two strings as well. So imagine they're big, thick fuckers. That's what I'm thinking. A thing you have to get like all your fingers behind and pull with a bit of strength. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, boom, boom. I don't know why suddenly running a finger up and down these enormous fat strings would make it actually change pitch, but whatever. Let's have it. It's a fantasy game. Come on. What do you want here? Realism? Thin, strained, and even. Dum, 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 dum. Dun, dun. It's not strained, is it? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is getting out of hand. Let's look at something else. This can't be the only musical instrument. Indeed, it's not. They've also brought a couple of Athrabs. What does an Athrab look like? Do we look at the copper Athrab worth 140 or the slightly more expensive 230 trade credit one? I think we'll look at the more expensive option. This is a well-crafted copper Athrab. The drum is made from copper. The head is made from cow leather. The Athrab is a mid-sized handheld percussion instrument. It consists of an hourglass metal drum with a leather head. The musician strikes the head. The instrument has a nearly 2-octave range, going from a mid-high to a very high pitch. Tuning is accomplished by adjusting the tension of the head. The instrument has a strong, vibrating, rugged timbre. Okay. Right, so, a high-pitched drum. Dum, 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 dum. Is that how it's going to sound? So you adjust the tension of the head. That means it will go dum, 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 ding, dum. So it's got a up and downy kind of tighty loosey kind of sound to it. So strong, vibrating, and rugged. So I'm going to get my vibro fists going. Here we go. Doing, doing. Ding, 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 ding. Does that sound good? Is that what Athrab sounds like? Dum, 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 dum. Not very rugged, is it? It's very unrugged. Very unrugged. I don't know what the antonym for rugged is, but that's not what that was. Dung! No, it's too low. Dung! 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 That's too Scooby-Doo. That doesn't work. I feel like we failed the Athrab test. Let's move on to something a little bit easier, question mark. How about an earthenware cashmere? What does an earthenware cashmere look and sound like? This is an earthenware cashmere. The cashmere is a mid-sized, handheld, conical bore ceramic wind instrument. The musician blows across the end hole. The musician selects the pitch by pressing keys to stop holes. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range, going from a low to a high pitch. It has 3 registers. The low register has a raspy, muddy timbre. So, raspy and muddy, but low. And it's something you blow across the top of. So it's like an ocarina saxophone, an ocarina phone. It's got the clickety-clack of the keys, which I won't be able to replicate while also going. But I'm guessing it sounds kind of raspy and muddy, so. Ignore me. The middle register begins at mid-low pitch and has an evolving, reedy, warm timbre. Evolving, reedy warmness at mid-low pitch, so slightly higher. And the evolving sound? Oh, that's weird. Reedy and warm. Evolving, reedy and warm. Don't even know. There you go, it's a little bit of dwarven folk. If you're not familiar with the genre, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's too hipster for you. The high register begins at mid-high pitch and has a full, quavering, strident timbre. So quavering and strident. I won't change my mind, I'm telling you now. Ooh. My mic seems to be peaking a lot. Am I fuzzing out? I apologise if I am. Okay, let's have a quick look at chat before we attempt the final timbre. Scooby-Dong. Scooby-Dooby-Dong. No, that song ended abruptly, didn't it? Almost like the series would if they tried that. More doing than a dong. That's true. Doinging. The canon rock dong dang dong dong dang. Dong 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 dong. Ding dong dang, ding dong dang, ding dong dang. We'll try that another time. What are you watching during? I mean, I'll admit, it's a bit odd, isn't it? It is a bit strange. When I saw Dwarf Fortress Instruments brought to life, I knew I was doomed to never leave. I must admit, this does seem to be what some people's favourite moment in the stream. Some people love it. Catching up, zombie talk. Just 20 times faster internet. Very nice. Lovely. Admiral practices, noticing the idea it was quavering. Full quavering and strident. Amazing. Where are we going? Catching it. Caught up with chat. Okay, we're good. Let's try this final one. Full quavering strident timbre. And how high does it go? High pitch. Okay. Full quavering, strident, and high pitched. Okay, trying to move it from timber to timber. It's not working. Let's come back out and take a look at the copper lugu, a native copper lugu. What does this do? What does a lugu do?
This is a native copper lugu. The drum is made from native copper. The head is made from 2-humped camel leather. The hammers are made from bayberry wood. The lugu is a mid-sized, handheld percussion instrument. It consists of an hourglass stone drum with a leather head. The musician strikes the head with wooden hammers. The instrument has a 1.5 octave range, going from a mid-high to a very high pitch. Tuning is accomplished by adjusting the tension of the head. The instrument has a strong, bright, focused, vibrating timbre. Okay. So, we're looking for a donk, possibly a dink at this kind of level of high pitch. With wooden hammers. A dinky leatherhead hammer. You know what I mean. Don't hit leatherhead turtles, that's bad. Strong, focused, vibrating timbre. Well, I think you play this one fast. You've got little hammers, you go faster, right? Just hammer logic. Fast, focused, vibrating timbre. Too buzzy. It doesn't have the dunk 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 dunk. Okay, we'll move on. The drums are always disappointing. How about a bronze sill? What does a bronze sill do? This is a bronze sill. The bells are made from bronze, more bells. The stand is made from mudstone. The sill is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of 3 metal bells attached to a stone stand. The musician plucks the bells. The instrument has a 1.5 octave range going from a mid-low to a middle pitch. The instrument has a sparse, dull timbre. Okay. I'm intrigued by the notion of bell plucking. How does this work? Is it on the bell rope, like in a church, and you pluck that? Boom. I'm going to assume you get your fingers underneath the bell lips and sort of flip them to swing them a bit, and then the clacker inside fixes it? Blender videos of me making these instruments. Now, the instruments are pretty hard. I did do a couple of swords and some tablets, some stone tablets with the secrets of life and death on them in Blender, but the musical instruments are very detailed, I feel. Maybe I'll be able to do it. We'll see. I do want to do more Blender streams, because they are a bit of fun. I do love a bit of Blender. I'm a big fan. Fry Guy says, sounds like an old pervert trying to Pied Piper the local children. Heavens above. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, do we want that? I don't think we do. Perhaps it's a bit like Jingle Bells. Reverse dong noise. Like gnod. Gnod. Plucking is a bit of a weird way of describing playing bells, but I'm guessing it's some kind of, you get under the bell. Let's use this mug. So you get it under there, you get your finger underneath and you sort of like, dong. It's not going to do that, is it? It's going to be bong, 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 bong. Because a bell with a clacker bongs, whereas a bell that you hit, that dongs, for sure. Where am I going here? Daft Punk will steal my music. Oh, that's fine. They can do that if they want. That's not a problem. I have no illusions of becoming a musical success. Let's put it that way. A mild musical distraction, perhaps. A novelty, maybe. Success? So, we're getting our bells are donging mid-low to middle pitch with sparse, dull timbre. Dung. No. Dung. 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 I mean, no one's going to be buying these for like orchestra halls and shit, but whatever. Does it matter? We've seen a Gesso already, haven't we? We have. And an Athrab, but I don't think we've seen a Nupto, which sounds like some kind of wedding-based instrument, right? Only ever played at weddings? Let's look at the more expensive 510 trade credit variant. This is a finely crafted earthenware Nupto. The frame is made from earthenware. The body is made from copper. The strings are made from forgotten beast silk. The Nupto is a tiny, handheld, silk-stringed instrument with a ceramic frame and a metal body. The strings are suspended from the frame down to the body, and the musician plucks the 6 strings. Oh, this is the tiny hand guitar, isn't it? Tuning is accomplished by pegs. Tuning is also possible using small levers. See, that's the whammy bar. That's how this tiny hand guitar works. The instrument has a 4-octave range going from a middle to an extremely high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a thin, choppy, focused timbre. Bing, 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 bing. It has 2 registers. The low register has a vibrating, harsh, nasal timbre. Dang, 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 bow, dang, 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 wow. It's close. The high register begins at high pitch and has a delicate, vibrating, piercing timbre. Ding, 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 ding. Green sleeves. I was going to go for the Harry Potter theme, but then I thought better. I thought better of myself, and I thought, no, I'm going to go with green sleeves. Let's be classy. Cashmeres, Lagoon cashmeres, and then toy hammers. The instruments are over. Let's put Mr. Swerwer back on his pedestal. There we go. Lovely. Somebody's left a comment on the YouTube channel with my unusual decision to what to do with $1 billion. I'm not that creative. Has to be said, I'm not that creative. Let's go down and have a little look what else we've got here. Do I want a caged sparrow? I don't think I want a caged sparrow. It seems a bit surplus to requirements. An alpaca? Kestrel, on the other hand. Ooh. Very strong premium strength lager. It is a female as well, so we could have kestrel eggs. I mean, that does sound kind of cool. Plus, there is an option to start doing some Ken Loach-based jokes, which I feel are going to be a fairly niche thing. So maybe no references to Arquez, but we'll buy it just in case. Just in case I want to upset a child by putting their pet in a bin. Reference. A blue jay? No. A sow? No. A raven? That's kind of cool. Corvid's always nice, but no, I don't think so. Lead cage, nickel cage, lead cage. A reindeer ball? Nah. A worm cage? Presumably this is a large worm or a very fine cage. I feel like if you want to keep worms, you put them in some kind of terrarium, right? Not a cage. Whatever, I'm not buying it though. I'm not buying these stupid worms. What are you talking about? A gander? No. Cow's milk? We've got milk. Don't you worry about that. An adder venom barrel? I don't think so. Chestnut barrels? Artichoke wine? You know what? Let's buy some drink. Why not? Let's just get some nice, varied alcohol into the fortress so people can enjoy it. Hound of Endok extract. Sounds unpleasant. Brickleberry wine sounds good. Potato wine. Ooh, doesn't sound great, but I suppose needs must. Don't want to buy any milk. Whip wine, that's fine. Whip wine sounds like something you'd serve at a BDSM party. You'd have some sort of gimpy waiter going around with a tray going, "Would you like some whip wine?" And you'd say, "Pardon?" And they'd be like, "Would you like some whip wine?" And then because they couldn't pronounce it properly, you'd whip them or something. I don't know. I've never been to one of those. I've seen one. I was once walking down the street with some friends, and we heard we saw lights, and I don't know why we looked in the window, but there's like they had a garage on this house that was at the side, and the road went up, and they had some high windows that were very thin, and we sort of peeked in because the lights were on and we were being nosy, and there were people fucking in a swing, and not like a playground swing either, like a proper, like I've had like hooks put in my ceiling for this swing. Like these were dedicated perverts. I say perverts. I don't think they were doing anything particularly untoward. It was just, we had a good old giggle. Let's put it that way. We had a good old giggle. It wasn't just two either. There was a heck of a lot of people. That was why we looked in the window. There were loads of cars parked on the drive, and we were like, oh, something's going on here. Some kind of party. Maybe we could sneak in and get some free booze. Ooh, I don't think so. I don't think I want to pay the price. I mean, sure, I do love a drink, but I'm not dressed for it. And again, they're not dressed either. Where was I? Sorry. Potato wine does sound suspiciously like vodka. You're right. An artichoke wine, that doesn't sound fantastic, does it? It'll make your... it would make your pee smell funny, wouldn't it? Or would it? Would the process of fermentation destroy the artichoke pee smell? I don't know. Someone will need to do experiments to find out. Well, this wasn't the kind of windows you had curtains on. These are like little garage windows about only yay big, and we did have to boost each other up to see through them, so it was, a severe breach of privacy. But you know what? I'm glad we did it anyway. No, I know they're a thing, Righteous. I could recognise it. I am not so naive and innocent. Everybody knows. If there are two words that would be least likely to be used to describe me, there are naive and innocent. Oh, then again, there's surely somebody out there naive and innocent enough to think that those words would apply to me, right? Have to find them. Asparagus. Oh my god, you're right, Harold. You're right, it is asparagus. Artichokes don't make your piss smell at all. Insane. I never tested artichoke. It's the less successful sequel to that Neil Buchanan program. That was a terrible joke, and only going to be got by people who are going to really hate me for making that joke. It's a tragedy. I do not wish to attend your sex festival. Alan Partridge, that does sound like a very Partridgian thing to say. Glaudran, come now. I'm sure you're not that naive and innocent. Because those dongs would have flown over your head if that was the case. Come on. Right, let's carry on. Let's carry on looking at what we've got available. I'm going to stop looking at the booze. Let's just start doing it page by page. Axes, socks, shields, caps and helms, some kind of wool, oat seed bags, sandbags. Cloth though. I'll buy the cloth. I'm sure we'll find use for it sooner or later. It's always nice to get cloth. And I know I could search by bin, and we could get this done in half the time, but that's a good point. Well done. Thanks for pointing that out. Space bin. There we go. That's a good search. And then we come down here and take all of these bins, assuming they are all cloth and or leather bins, right? Yeah, it's all cloth and leather. It's fine. We'll clear the search, go down a few more page. Do I want to buy blocks and stuff? Do I want to splash out on things like blocks? I don't think so. A giant adderbone figurine of guinea fowls. Nutty platinum figurine of a burned cloth bust. Oh, interesting. A giant grey langur tooth scepter. How big is a langur? I thought they were kind of small ape-like creatures. Aren't they like a sort of proto-lemur thing? Or am I way off? I'd imagine langur teeth aren't big though, right? They're small. Where are we going? Cowhorn rings, willow rings and bracelets, large single cut white chalcedony, or chalcedony, I don't know. Let's buy that iron anvil, because anvils are always useful. Oh, prepared food. Here we go. Let's buy all the food, including the chopped giant dingo liver. Nice. Valley herbs, blackberries, hemp thread. Okay, non-edible, but I'm also fairly confident it's non-toxic, so we'll buy it anyway. Coyote leather backpacks, spiked copper balls. Don't think so, sir. I think if you've brought spiked copper balls in your trading bins, then you weren't planning for the right venue. Let's buy all this cheese. Do I want splints and crutches? Not really. Do I want an omilbo? The journey into the gutter. You was born in the gutter. In the fucking gutter. But you got out. It's a quote from the beginning of a Knuckle Dust song. This is a finely crafted great horned owl parchment scroll. The rollers are made from marcasite. Written on the item is a guide entitled The Journey into the Gutter. It concerns the pit's Ghoul Glacier. The writing is somewhat showy. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, the title's got me, I'll buy it. A giant octopus parchment choir, The Goblin, A New Approach. Does this one actually have anything written on it? A choir's just, it's not actually a completed reading thing. This is a raccoon parchment scroll. The rollers are made from lignite. Written on the item is an essay entitled The Goblin, A New Approach, authored by Aslot Winesins. It concerns the setting of the goblin... The settling of the goblin cold butcher Aslot Winesins in Bowel Demons in 114. The writing is somewhat self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Bowel Demons. We've all been there. We've all had those issues. Let's buy that. I like the name Bowel Demons. Book of the Mountain Homes. Now this sounds very bland. This sounds very boring. This is a giant dingo parchment scroll. The rollers are made from calcite. Written on the item is a guide entitled Book of the Mountain Home. It concerns the Mountain Hall's steel tempest. The writing is quite cruel, and it is quite florid. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Boring. We're not going to buy that, but we will take a look at this Basalt-bound Codex. Why not? The last readable entity. This is a well-crafted Basalt-bound Codex. The written portion consists of a one-page guide entitled For the Love of the Village. It concerns the hamlet Bank Creams. The writing is completely serious. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Bank Creams. Bank Creams. It just doesn't sound right, does it? It sounds horrible. Would you like some bank creams, sir? Oh, no thank you. The drying has seceded. Seceded? Receded. That's what I was looking for. We're not buying this one. Bank creams makes me cringe. But let's see what we have to offer them. We're currently trading 10,717 trade credits worth of value, which I think will require but a few of my balls to match and a few balls more to see away. Let's put my balls on the table. We're currently giving them a 5.5-ish grand profit purely based on spiky balls. Let's do it. Let's see if they want this trade. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? That is why I made them, yes. Press enter. And Arba seems ecstatic with the trading. Excellent. He just cannot get enough of my balls. And there we go. Let's release the trader and allow the game to continue. We've completed one trade, it's all we've done, and I've only been recording for 1 hour and 2 minutes. Amazing. This kind of progress is exceptional. Let's have a little look down at the rest of the fortress, where we haven't even glanced yet. We've got some masterpiece birchen bins coming from the craft zone, very exciting. I put in these last time with a mind to getting people doing the old, shearing and spinning. So we'll get that cracking, shall we? Click on this one, add, please. In fact, you know what? Let's do that via the manager, but let's use a profile to say labour restrictions, use this one only for shearing. There we go, and then we'll come down here, put a labour restriction on here and say use but only for spinning. Oh, I love this song. What a lovely song. What a lovely song. Bank creams makes me cringe. I need a sexologist, do you? What, like, what was that famous one called? Little old lady. I can't remember her name now. Famous. Not Mary Whitehouse. Ruth, that's it. Bauxite Beard, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Barbara Woodhouse. Oh, darlings. Dr. Ruth, that was the one. Dr. Ruth, that was her first name. Doctor. Just like Doctor Who. I think I've missed a load of stuff in chat, but maybe I'll just let it go. Let's go. Let's just... he says reading all of it for some reason. Okay. She rubs the lotion on her... No, it rubs the lotion on its body. That's not the actual quote. I realise I'm kind of mangling that, but whatever. Whatever. The merchants are leaving soon. That's fine. We don't need them here. They've had their trading. They can go as soon as they like. Down here, we've got a relatively messy crafting zone. Oh, it's not a crafting zone, is it? It's got the metal crafts, but that's about as far as it goes. This is actually sort of a staging area for the fortress. We've got the dormitory, we've got the barracks, we've got the funeral area, what's it called? Graveyard. We've also got this room we dug out for some reason. What was that for? Is that going to be some sort of guild hall? Well, if it was, then I hope I didn't get petitioned for it, because they're going to get moody when I've forgotten. We've got bedrooms here, which appear to have been set up for the nobles that I've appointed. Very good. We've got a woodcraft area here. That's all very exciting too, if a little mundane. Let's come down a level. There we've got our stoneworking. Who's this lad with the exclamation mark? Is he? Oh, he's nuts. Yeah, he's one of our bonkers boys running around frothing at the mouth doing all sorts of nutty stuff, which is fine. Just have to put up with it. It'll be okay. Looks like our stocks of stone stuff are coming along nicely. We've got floodgates, chairs, tables, weapon racks, armour stands, graves, slabs, doors, mechanisms, and then what goes in this one here? Bars and blocks. Oh, okay, yeah, we're making stone blocks. That's fine. And then if I go any further down, that's the end of the fortress. And of course there is the caverns down below. But we will not be using those right now because caverns are dangerous. They would cause that robot from Lost in Space to wave its arms around and go, "Danger! Danger, Will Robinson!" Let's catch up with chat. Doctor Who was not a real rock star. Ah, he was a plumber, in fact. Really? I had no idea. Literally no idea. I will check the canon with my son. Big Doctor Who fan. I'm more of an older Doctor fan. I'm not so fond of the new ones. They're alright, but they seem to have completely abandoned the multi-episode story format. It's all done in half an hour and they rush shit. It just doesn't work for me. Just doesn't work for me. Anyway, where were we? We were looking at what to do next in the fortress, and I feel like making sure we have the right items in supply is good. So first of all, check the kitchen. We've got plenty of vegetables and fruit leaves. That's nice. Maybe a few too many non-specific numbers here. 300 apricots? That's a good number. 300. We've got 5 acorns and 200 alfalfa seeds. Very nice. Drinks-wise, we've got about 20 of everything. And then meat, fish, other... Oh, there's all sorts of stuff knocking around. How many plump helmets have we got? Let me just check that. Are we doing good for plump helmets? Down in the peas. Plump helmets, 300? It's good enough. Good enough. Stocks-wise, can we see how many bars we've got? Not yet. It doesn't look like our bookkeeper has kicked in yet. Let's just check. Where have we got one? We have. We assigned Singor last time, but he's currently working to lowest precision, so let's fix that. Pop him on highest precision, and in a few minutes we should have accurate counts for everything. Won't that be a delight? An absolute... I was going to say knob tingler, but that doesn't seem right, does it? That feels pretty graphic. Too sexy, really. I feel like I've gone too sexy with that one. How many idlers have we got? 6. Is it time to start quantum stockpiling the stone? Or can I leave that for a little while yet? I'll tell you what I will do. Seeing as we've got a selection of anvils, I'm going to designate some of these floor covers. How many anvils have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got plenty. So we're going to remove this floor here, this floor here. You know what? I could area select this. That would be a lot quicker. There we go. We're going to open up all those floor spaces, and we're going to pop little, what are they called? Forges. That's the word. Forges on top. And then hopefully the amount of stuff we get made out of metal will increase rapidly. I'm going to start doing a craft and melt training program, I think. Get everyone up to speed in armour and weapon crafting. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Come on, take those last 2 floors out. Come on, people. I want to get those forges in. We've got anvils sitting there unproductively. Why are you taking so long? I bet this guy isn't even doing it. He's just come along to have a little sit down next to this floor. Come on, Shazoo. You can do it. You've got the touch. You've got the power. Have you? Has he got the touch? I don't think he has. I think he has neither the touch nor the power. You've not got the touch. You've not got the power. Come on. What are you doing, sir? I don't think he is the guy doing this job, is he? Let's get the other forges in while we sit here, because otherwise we're going to be fanning around forever. We say B, we say W, we say V. Oh, we do say those things. Then we pop that one there. We have a steel anvil, and we'll make it out of quartzite. Let's make them all out of quartzite. Another magma forge here. Iron anvil made out of quartzite. And then another one here. Iron anvil made out of quartzite. And then another one here. Bosh. Iron anvil made out of quartzite. Very nice. And then we just have to wait for little Papega here to finish moving the floor. Maybe he hasn't got the adequate tool to remove the flooring or something. It's got some kind of like a manhole cover key and he's come without it. Or maybe he's... there we go. Fucking hell, took your time, didn't you? BWV, Magma Forge, in it goes, and Bishi Bashi Boshi Quartzite is in. There we go. Lovely. Wait for that to happen. I'll have a quick glance at chat and see what's going on. Hello, Fuzzy Logic. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. As you can see, Fortress is fully underway and I have not been procrastinating in any way, shape or form whatsoever. Anybody who tells you otherwise in chat is a filthy liar and should be banned instantly. Shh. Why are people coming down here and grabbing these gold bars? That's what I want to know. I feel like they have this thing for walking around with some gold bars under their arm. We've got nowhere to use gold bars. But they come along here and they grab it and go, I'm just going to wander around a bit with these bars under my arm. Hopefully everyone will notice that I'm gadding about with a large proportion of our national wealth under my arm. Anybody impressed? Should I also turn up in the fantasy equivalent of a fast sports car? Would this excite you? Then again, maybe that's not what they're doing. Maybe there is some reason for it. Maybe they're using it to flatten the ground? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I did get the well going. Excellent. And hopefully that's clean, uncontaminated water. That's the dream. That's the ideal. That's the hope that we all hold in our hearts. It's not guaranteed though. There is a good chance that is contaminated water. I mean, I ordered that well dug. People could have gone from the surface to the area where the water's being taken. Certainly there's a good chance anyone digging near the surface was vomiting. Definitely we've had wells contaminated with vomit before. Such a tragedy. A true tragedy. We don't actually have much in the way of ore left to smelt. We've just got gold nuggets. Interesting. The beard is a universal work tool. Axe not included. I suppose if you've got you could plait your beard down through the hole and then up and out again and pull out using your beard. Maybe? Is that how the floor removal thing works? I'm not sure. Fun fact, dwarves can wear 8 golden crowns at once, all on top of each other. That's proper bling. That is, I mean, that goes a bit beyond bling. That's blingaling. Oh, it's a blue peacock. Someone's found their dead peacock. Oh no, we won't hear its beautiful voice ringing out throughout the day any longer. What sadness, what tragedy, what an absence of this will bring to our lives. Anyone ever heard a peacock squawk? It does make you want to find out what they taste like. You're like, Jesus Christ, please cease, desist, decease. Anyway, where were we? Let's think about what other things we can make from stone. What's in our production line? Thrones, coffins, blocks, slabs, tables and doors. All very useful. What about here? Thrones, tables, weapon racks, armour stands, doors and floodgates. They've got slightly less on the queue, so we'll look at what we've got as an option here. We don't immediately need this shit, but we could start making it. I mean, I've never made hatch covers deliberately. They've only ever come into my fortress as items. Do they have much value? Should we do that? Should I start making hatch covers and grates? Ooh, I tell you what, cabinets are good. Let's make some cabinets. And let's put in an order to maintain 10 or 5 to 10 of them at any one time. There we go, rock cabinets. Lovely. And with that in mind, let's build a cabinet stockpile. Somewhere to keep these lovely cabinets. Go, nice. Click on that. Go to the settings, down to furniture, forbid all the furniture, but allow cabinets. Did I go past it? Coffin stuff. What? Cabinets, there we go. Next page. Calm down, scoundrel, everything will be fine. What else can they make? Let's have a look in this one as well. Cabinets are all well and good. Coffers are probably going to be useful as well. Let's knock up a few coffers just to make sure we've got a stockpile should they be required. Rock coffers. There we go. So we do the stockpile again. We say U for furniture. We do a 2x6 stockpile. Click on it. Set that. Remove the furniture. And then we go look for coffers. Which are they called coffers in this menu? Probably. Bucket spins. Boxes and bags. That's the one. But we have to say that we only want stone/clay. We don't want metal or other materials. I think that's right. I think we're good. Everybody please resist panicking. Hatches are good for preventing things from coming upstairs. Building destroyers can't destroy them from below. That 1 layer thick wall between magma and the caves might lead to a lot of fun later on, maybe. Potentially, we could use the caverns as a flooding zone to get rid of stuff. There's a starving herbalist. Why are you starving? Probably losing his mind. He's probably shuffling around in a daze, or some similar kind of issues. Some kind of similar mental issues. Chick Norris, that's true. That's true. Sometimes the little, I was going to say insects, but I mean birds, can be the most powerful things in the fortress. So sometimes they need slaying. If Chick Norris had gone bad, that would have been the end of that fortress. Then again, the end of that fortress did happen anyway. Good for stairs at the top of cavern passages. It is Dr. Phineas, but only temporarily. I'm pretty sure that if I touch the camera, that's it. No more camera for the rest of the stream. So we're just going to leave it. Be very careful not to knock it. Otherwise we'll have to go back to the slideshow of images of me again, which is not ideal. Okay, is there anything I want to do with crafts? Have we had any corpsifications lately? Maybe I should start engraving some slabs. Holy shit, we've got ghosts. Not there though, not that one. Oh, they're already entombed. We don't want that. Don't want you. Don't want you. Entombed and memorialised people can wait. Okay. It looks like we're doing good. I suspect we may already have the slabs on hand, if that's the deal. So build Alt-S. Let's get a slab down in here. Press X. Do we have any memorials? We do not have any memorials. That's okay, though. That's okay. The memorials will come and the ghosts will be dismissed. Just need to add a few more images, get some more variety in there. Perhaps. I mean, the camera working is adding at least 30 images per second. It's a very powerful tool for the addition of images. But I think I know what you mean. I think I get what you mean for when the camera dies. I'm pretty sure I could take a few more pictures. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, hazelnut biscuits. Ooh. Now that sounds tasty. Certainly sounds better than blue bottle brains. Oh, lovely, I love it. A big bag of coyote bollocks. That's not something you want. That's not the kind of food you normally see in Dwarf Fortress. Throw an image of a mandrill on it that pops up every 20 or so minutes. Yes, that's not a bad idea. Then again, do I want to be... hello, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Person who didn't speak in chat, and therefore I will not call you out. How rude of me. What an absolute monster. Feel free to continue your lurking. But do I really want people to consider me mandrill adjacent? I feel like that's only going to turn people away from the channel. Mandrills don't appear to be the most welcoming of the higher apes. Higher apes? Just apes. What was that thing that I wondered about the size of the teeth of earlier? There was a sceptre made of some kind of tooth. Langur. I'm going to look up a langur quickly while it occurs to me. Bear with me. Langur. Oh, that's the kind of monkey that was trying to pop my testicles in that nightmare. Oh my god. I had no idea. Well, there we go. It's my nightmare monkey. My nightmare monkey is a grey langur. Incredible. That's a reference that some of you may not get, but I'm sure I'll eventually be cajoled into repeating my nightmare story. It's short. We've got a dehydrated herbalist and 2 dehydrated herbalists. Oh dear. They appear to have gained a bit of cottonmouth. Maybe what we should do is build a hospital, because I seem to remember Sal mentioning something about that being sensible last time, which, you know, probably is good advice. Let's dig on this floor. Let's, actually, this room here could be our hospital, couldn't it? Seems perfectly acceptable. What a crazy notion. Let's do it. First of all, we'll build a door, because hospitals need doors. They're important. You need to be able to control ingress and egress of patients and others. Let's put a zone in place. That's not a zone. That's a zone. Expand that out. Very nice. Press H for hospital. Oh, it works. It's good. And then we'll build some beds. Do I want planning mode on or off? You know what? I think it's fine being off, because we've got beds in stock. So, with that in mind, let's bang a few more beds in. I feel like I want more beds. We do need to put planning mode on. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're going to do a full wall of beds. We're also going to bang in some cabinets, which I believe is F. Screw it, we'll do that in planning mode. So, cabinet for every bed. There we go. It's going absolutely wild with the provisions for this fortress. What else do we need? It's boxes and bins. H, containers. Oh my god, this is just... How am I remembering all this? Let's pop these containers in. But do it in planning mode. There we go. No, not there. Ah, I misplaced one. I misplaced a coffer. What a dilly-dangus. I should have done those touching the cabinet and the thing, shouldn't I? No, well, fuck it. What else do we want in there? Tables. Tables, always very useful. Apparently, they do operations on them. Is that working? I need to do a... There we go. Go, get all these in place. Lovely. Do we need chairs in a hospital? I'm not sure. But I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. I think that's enough. Well, I'm not gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna remove this, but I think that's enough furniture and whatnot. I'm just gonna have a quick glance over to chat in case anybody's yelling at me. Hello, two cats yelling. They don't call me scoundrel for nothing. Well, you know what? The first person to call me scoundrel was me. And outside of this... Oh, actually, that's not true. When we're playing multiplayer, my friends do call me scoundrel. So, I suppose I'm not the only one calling me that. It's fine. It's fine. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for joining us. And hello, Jehovah Fett. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Also, thank you for that follow earlier. And yes, praise Toady. Praise Toady indeed. Ravelin says, wait, testicle popping nightmares? You need to dive into that. Well, I mean, it's my worst, most memorable nightmare. I dreamt that I had one of those grey langurs, Google it, and I was trying to hold it in my hands, and I'd been told to protect it because they were endangered, and if it got hurt, I'd be in trouble. But as soon as I was left alone with it, I was suddenly in a white void with no exits or entrances, and the langur was obsessed with popping my testicles and having basically hands on its arms and legs. It was very difficult to control. Every time I held it high enough up like that, it would wriggle down and its feet would grasp at my scrotum, and every time I tried to get it under my arm, it could reach, and even then, even if I could keep all four of its limbs contained, its tail would wrap around the root of my manhood and attempt to throttle it off like a kind of affair. So it was a horrible nightmare. I don't know how long it lasts, but it felt like an eternity, as I imagine all interactions of that kind with monkeys would. Anyway, there we go. No chairs in hospitals. Good. Need to smooth the floors so you can clean the floors. Ah, that's a very good point. Hello, American Elm. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. The fort's okay. This is not my crowning achievement. This fortress is a little bit so-so, but we'll get there. Coffers, tables, beds, traction benches. Very good. Traction benches. That is something we need to build. With that in mind, I think we've got chains, so I might actually be able to build traction benches. What is a traction bench? Capital R. Needs a traction bench. Okay, they're made in a craft dwarf workshop. I refuse to refer to chat. I can figure this out myself. I am not a baby. I am a big fucking baby. Let's click here. Add job. Totem, instrument piece, cloth crafts, traction bench. Where's the traction bench? Come on. You're in here somewhere, right? Oh, God, don't tell me it's a mason. It's a fucking mason, isn't it? The mason makes traction benches. Of course he does. Add. Traction bench. Interesting. Not seeing it here. God damn. Maybe I was right the first time. Quick jaunt back to the Crafts Dwarf workshop. Add traction bench. Giving, looking at chat. Mechanics workshop. Shit. God damn it. Why's everybody got to be smarter than me? It's not fair. We're gonna keep 10 of those in stock. That's just the way it's gonna be. That's just the way it is, as they say in that song. Alt W, yes. Shift A, traction benches of any material. And with that in mind, let's say P for a stockpile. Is a traction bench furniture? We'll find out. We will find out. And in here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. You can click that, say S, get to furniture, forbid everything, and then traction benches. Look, holy mother of moly. 'Tis amazing. Right, let's return to our hospital. Bugger, they put all the furniture in. That's not ideal. However, not P, we want DS. That won't stop me smoothing the stone around. You're the smoothest around. Nothing's ever going to leave your stone rough. That didn't work, did it? Very bad Karate Kid reference. I would consider that a 100% failure. Let's have a look over at chat. Jehovah Fett says miasma. Yes, we do have miasma in the body part area. I will be... actually, I think I should start thinking about... setting up some stockpiles for refuse. Now, I only recently realised that a refuse stockpile can be just as specific as regular stockpiles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this refuse stockpile out here. Presumably that's a refuse stockpile. It is. And I'm going to go in here and we're going to say yes to remains, yes to rotten... In fact, let's forbid all item types and go in. Yes, I want remains in there. Do I want meat? Yes. Fish? Yes. Raw fish? Sure. What else will go mouldy? What gives us miasma? I did look this up on the wiki, but unfortunately... headwear and handwear refuse. Okay, what's all this? What's all this? Okay, this is more in-depth than I anticipated. Corpses, sure, put corpses in their body parts, skulls, not bones, not shells, not teeth, not horns or hooves or hair or wool, because those don't create miasma, but everything else, fine. And then we'll make a refuse pile inside where they can keep the bones near the Crafts Dwarf workshops, and people won't have to keep going up to the surface every time they have a mood that requires bone. I'm in the mood for bone. Please supply me with some bone. As they say in the pornography industry. Okay. Got a dehydrated herbalist, that's cool. It's probably because they're going crazy. It's fine. Everybody calm down. It's going to be just fine. Okay, so we've got a nice little furniture production line coming along. All the stuff we need is in production. We're going to have stockpiles maintained. I feel like now might be the time to start clearing out some of this hideous stone lying around, right? And start making sense of our stockpiles. Now, we made this a quartzite stockpile, but I have the feeling that maybe not all the quartzite has been placed into space. Oh, we've already got the dumping zone. We've already got a dumping zone. Look, if I come here, huh? Incredible. Okay, well in that case, I need to say DBD. We shall dump everything in this stockpile here, and then we'll go to the stock screen and we'll undump all of the wheelbarrows, because that's how I do it. Z stocks EWHEEL the let's make it really clear. Wheelbarrow, and then we Control D. Oh, that filters out all the dump ones. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind, it was never going to be that easy, was it now? Let's undump all of the wheelbarrows, and then once that is done, then we can go and watch them put all of that lovely quartzite into the dump pile and begin the cycle of quartzite collection anew. Tale as old as time, in the quartzite mine, little digging dwarves. That's how it goes. That's how the original song goes. Trust me, I know these things. That's a lie. Don't never trust my lies. Okay, good. We should see a little bit of activity bursting forth here now. Lots of people flooding towards the quartzite stockpile and moving it over to this tiny little square here, stacked dizzyingly high next to this workshop. Isn't that amazing? I should probably also put... we've already got a stockpile there, so if I just check that takes quartzite... It does. That's good. That means that we can also unforbid all the stone that goes in there, because they won't be dragging it back over here to this stockpile. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely? Isn't it beautiful? Coffers, stone, can be replaced by chests, metal and wood. That's true. Harold Beaver was correct. I did look over eventually. Hello Static, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Exactly, Durin. Who needs bone setting anyway? I mean, come on. Soap. Good point, Durin. I should get some soap made. That will help the hospital function. Oh, someone's been taken by a Fey Mood. Nice. And they've already claimed a mason's workshop. Wow. And off they head for their materials. So they're not waiting for anything right now. That's good. That's very good. Okay. They're still moving the quartzite. That's fine. I can live with that. You need animal fat or lye. That's a good point. Let's go into the kitchen and see where our fat is. We've got any tallow, tripe, meat, sweetbread. I don't think we have any tallow. I should just press S to search, shouldn't I? No, we have no tallow. Can I search for fat? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Next time we slaughter an animal, we should just be mindful that we need to remember to forbid the fat. Forbid the fat! Did I put manager orders in for shearing and spinning? Shear animal, perpetual order, Q, SPIN, spin thread, perpetual order. We should also set an order for brew drink from plant perpetually. Q, brew drink from fruit perpetually. Milking, we want milking orders as well. So Q, MILK. What? Oh, that says brew Q milk. That's not going to work. Brew, not brew. Fucking hell. MILK. Milk animal. Perpetually. Not the same animal, hopefully. And then make cheese. Perpetually. What else do we need to put into this perpetual manager's order list? Can't think of anything right now. We'll come back to it as it occurs to me. AI Ottoman. These are the cheese workshops, right? Yes, we put the orders in there to milk and make cheese. However, what I should also do here is restrict them to only making cheese in this one. So, no plant processing, no milking, shearing, spinning, or paper making. And the other one, we want to get milking on. Gotta get our milker. Go milking, and lovely. So all the milking orders will go there, all the cheese making orders will go here, and then all the shearing and spinning will take place up here. Very exciting. I'm sure we're all getting the tingles. Or maybe that's just me, desperately needing the toilet. What time is it? 12:30. Been going for an hour and a half. I'll take a break in a little while. Oh, saving. What a perfect time to look away at chat anyway. Dwarf also uses them when it's not stocked in a hospital to bathe at a nearby water source. Selling roasted food is a fast way to gain wealth. Well, you see, Sarah, I'm all about the spiked balls. I'm a spiked balls person. I do like crafting a ton of spiked balls out of whatever's to hand. Mainly copper at the moment because elves won't buy wood. But they're slightly... they're even more achievable than good food. Whereas, food requires not rarer, not more difficult even inputs, but inputs that need to be maintained. Whereas copper and wood are abundant. Well, no, maybe not on all fortresses. Sometimes meals do trump your my balls, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind my balls being trumped. Ordinarily, they're for traps. You put them into weapon traps, and I assume they're like on a chain and they swing, or there's like a ball pit full of spiked balls and you fall in and get chewed up as you try to climb out, and the spikes all sort of like turn and you get dragged deeper by the barbs. Maybe? I don't know. I've only any ball pits I'm aware of are ones at children's play areas, so they're bad enough. There have been food problems in this fortress. That is true. That is true. But hopefully that's a thing of the past. We'll see. We shall see. In a minute, I think I might go and order some slaughters. I might have to kill a few of the sheep, and then once we've got some sheep fat, we can start making soap. Where were we? Animals. Here we go. Cat, you, round dog, you, round, blah, blah, blah. Peahens, doe rabbits. Ah, crap. I want these bad boys to not be taken as pets. That's the problem. A tame cardinal. I take it that's not like a churchman. It's got to be a bird, right? I think it's a bird. Or a butterfly. Could be either. Lambs, kestrels, lambs. Grizzly bears. Oh, we've got a couple of lady grizzly bears. I didn't realise we had those. Also bobcats and cougars. Okay, maybe we should be getting some training going on here. Maybe we could have an exotic war crew. Loads of crazy war animals popping out and having a fight. Bunnies, oh my god, we need these got rid of as quickly as possible. We do not want a bunny explosion. B for butcher. There we go, let's butcher those bunnies. Butcher the bunny. Lambs, doe rabbits, buck rabbits. Oh, it's already started. What's this guy? Ubul Bimmersdor is a ram. It's fine. It's fine. In fact, maybe I should start doing some gelding. That might make things a little bit more... The only things I want to breed, really, are the sheep. And maybe we could have a few cats and dogs knocking around. Okay, the first 4 cats I see are going to be... You can't filter this at all, can we? No. Are going to be safe. So that's that 2 and this 2. And then the rest of the cats in the list get gelded. Guinea hen, reindeer, bull... Oh dear, is that all? Okay, that was a bit of a waste of time. Those were all the cats. Oh no, there's a couple of kittens down there. Oh, kitten. Let's geld that kitten. Geld the kitten, geld the kitten. It's not working. Why is it not working? Okay, maybe it's too young. Or too female. That is. It's very difficult to remove the testicles of a lady. I mean, I've never tried. But there appear to be logistical issues that I think would be difficult to overcome. What else am I going to slaughter then? I suppose maybe some adult lambs? No, actually, let's just go nuts and start slaughtering all of our... Can that be slaughtered? No, it's named. Geld it. Geld it? No, 2 female. 2 female for gelding. This blue peacock can be gelded though, right? Ah, the pet owner's not interested in gelding. What is this? Where are the responsible pet owners? You, cat, buck rabbit, butcher the buck rabbit. Oh, we're gelding it. That's the next best thing. Ram, you. Okay, we'll butcher some of these. That's good. Water buffalo cow, butcher. Can't butcher. Got a gelder. Oh no, couldn't geld, had to butcher. Sorry, there we go. Okay, the potter has got a ram and a dog. Geldy. This stray dog can be gelded. This stray ram can be slaughtered. This one too. This one too. In fact, let's kill a load of rams. We only need a few for breeding population, right? Reindeer bull, geld him, and butcher him. No, let's not add insult to injury. Let's just butcher him. KV sow, butcher. Stray ewe, no, keep you. A ram, geld. Buck rabbits, we're already onto this. We're looking good. I think that's enough geldings and butcherings for now. Let's come out of here, and then when the fat starts rolling off the production line, we'll start thinking about putting some soap together. It'll be good. It will be good. True, Sarah, food is easily obtainable by foraging. That is true. We do have an orchard area going, or a fruit gathering area going, but variable quality of success there. Durin says, butcher the rams, you only need 1 to 3 for breeding anyway. That's what we're on the same wavelength here. That's what I went for in the end. And Sarah says, Peter will be angry. Dwarf challenge, vegan dwarves. Ugh, that sounds too much of a pain in the arse. I don't think I'd bother with that. You could, so much more useful. The thread, oh god. Is there a way? I suppose you can get plant thread to make clothes. Yeah. Is silk vegan? I suppose it's not, is it? Kind of is an animal product, so kind of makes sense that it wouldn't be. Why is this place so full of shit as well? What's going on here? Is that materials have we got here? Hovering over there, I'm not seeing anything. No? I can't see what most of these items are, but it looks like food. I should probably try and get the food situation a little bit more sorted, shouldn't I? Get some kind of fancy dining hall. That makes a bit of sense. Hospital's coming along nicely though, the smoothing's getting done. I wasn't expecting it to be done under the furniture or around the furniture, but they do seem to be able to be doing the corners of the room. That's nice. Very nice. Very pleasant. Oh, hello. Oh, I forgot about the guy with the mood. Holy shit, thank God they got all the items they required. That could have gone very differently. Very differently indeed. Now, this room here, what did I have intended for this room? I can't remember. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Mushrooms are vegan. Plump helmets, cave wheat, pigtails. I suppose you can. I suppose you could. I suppose generally speaking, most of my dwarves eat vegan most of the time. It's actually a treat for them to get a little bit of meat. But we've gone a bit. I mean, that stray ewe being slaughtered does kind of rule it out for this fortress. But hey ho. Maybe one day I'll give it a go. There we go. Okay, where was I? How's our stocks doing? It looks like we've got traction benches coming off the production line. We're stocking up cabinets and coffers. Obviously, we could be making metal chests. That is an option. We do have metal industries ready to go. In fact, let's pay a little attention to our metal smithing industry, because we have the facilities. We may as well give it a go. This one here is keeping copper picks and copper spiked balls in stock, which is great. But this one here is currently not doing anything. I feel like I want to make this an armour smith's forge. So I'm going to add making armour. There we go. I don't think we have any iron. Copper, however, is nearly always abundant in all fortresses. So I'm going to go with some copper, and we're going to say make me breastplates. Now, what I want to do here is be a little bit saucy. I'm going to say make the workshop profile limited, so we cannot have legendary dwarves. I'm going to say at best accomplished dwarves use this furnace. Okay, now I'm going to make a stockpile over here. Actually, let's make it closer to the wall. That's probably a better bet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, wait a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So this, I don't know what I made it a stockpile for, I didn't even check. Animals, no. We want to make this a armour stockpile. Enable, there we go. And we're going to forbid everything except body armour. Oops-a-daisy, we don't want to forbid metal armour. We want to commit that. Let's forbid other materials though. And we are going to say we don't want any artifact or masterwork armour in this stockpile. Good. And then we'll make it an auto melt stockpile. And then, this is the exciting part, JMQ, we say melt a metal object, perpetual order, always standing, so someone will always pick that order up. And then we won't need to stick it as a standing order in one of these workshops. Although I could, because we have one spare. Are we smelting gold? That's native gold ore, but this is gold nuggets. That's a different beast. It's actual pre-processed out of the ground gold. Very good. Bomrek Adil Namesh the Mason has created Lagan Uka, an allanite cabinet. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Iton Brush Tower. Oh, okay. Let's have a little look at our new item. The Mirth of Waves. Exciting. What does it look like? This is an allanite cabinet. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval-cut purple spinels. This object menaces with spikes of allanite and goat leather. On the item is an image of two souls in gold. Oh, the fish? I'm presuming it's the fish, right? Not like, because surely the plural of soles from shoes would be souls. I don't know. I'm assuming it's fish. Goldfish. Not actual goldfish. Fish in gold. You know what I mean. You know where I'm going with this. Why are you quibbling? What's all the quibbling for? Okay, it looks like we've got all of the quartzite in here, so I'm going to swap this from being a quartzite stockpile to being an allanite stockpile and try and bring in some of the other materials. There's quartzite disabled. Now we have to find allanite in the list. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, there it is. Right under the cursor. Thank you, page down. Okay. It looks like for some reason they've stopped stockpiling mechanisms. Well, what's going on here? Did I not have a standing order for mechanisms? I should have. It seems like the kind of thing you want to keep a nice little stockpile of. And what, we've got a 24 square stockpile, so I'm going to say, rather than keeping 5 to 10, I want to keep 20 to 25. Yeah? That seem right? I think that seems right. And that should keep our mechanic working. Good. Good. Right, now, they're heading out to pick up all the allanite in the fortress. I can DBC reclaim all the quartzite there in that stockpile. And also, I can say, I come over to this place and disable the garbage dump. And, what's more, I'm going to place a new stockpile here. I'm going to make it a garbage dump, and then we're going to put a stockpile for stone over the top. There we go. And I'm going to specifically say it's only for allanite. S, there we go, stone, forbid, metal ores, forbid, economic and other stone and clay, and then from the bottom we come up and find allanite. Lovely. So when I do the dumping orders, theoretically they shouldn't start pulling allanite out of the stockpile. I can already see them taking all the tatty clothing out of that dump and bringing it over here. Oh no, it's going elsewhere. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, hello. What have we snapped to the surface for? Ah, some sort of traders, it would seem. A Baroness Consort. Oh, heavens above. Do we really want nobility from various places turning up? I'm not sure it's on my list of favourite things to occur, but we'll see how it works out. Is this a barrel stockpile? It is, yeah. Do we actually have a food stockpile anywhere? A generic food stockpile? It's this one, isn't it? It's absolutely rammo. I feel like we need to start putting in some more spaces for dining. So, with that in mind, let's dig a little corridor over here. see how deep it goes. I don't think we've got any other mining orders in place, so no, let's not discuss our situation. Oh, go away. Not while I'm trying to do other stuff. Please. You done? Right, okay. Question mark? Okay. So hopefully our miners will get... Hopefully our miners will get down here straight away and start digging. That's the best outcome that we can hope for. Question mark? They don't seem interested yet, but they'll come down. They'll figure it out. They'll get on board. And they're probably busy hauling stone right now, right? They're getting that sweet allanite from wherever it sits into a stockpile so we can end up moving it into a dumping zone. It's that simple. It's how it works. What's this here? Is that allanite? That's allanite? Yeah, all this crap around here is allanite, and then we've got a bit of rhyolite in the corners. It's all cool. It's all cool. It'll get hauled. Depends on the nobility, to be honest. Hello, Shin Guards. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Salutations and greetings to you too. Although you catch me... Oh, there we go. You catch me coming up to a break. I am considering sodding off for 10 to 15... Well, 5 to 10 minutes. Mainly to attend urgent business at the lavatory, but we'll see how it turns out. See how it works out. Ooh, I haven't smoothed all these bedrooms, have I? That seems silly. Let's go to priority 3 and we'll smooth this bad boy out. And then we'll do the one above at priority 4, and then we can get some engraving on the go as well, because why not? There we go. Which ones need engraving? I think this room is the first one, so we go E. Do I make it 5 and 6? Yeah, let's make them do it after they've done the smoothing. That makes more sense, doesn't it? And then 6. Bish bash bosh. Lovely. Job's a good one. I should probably put some doors on in the room that's already been engraved as well, shouldn't I? B, D. We'll leave it in planning mode. Spank a couple of doors in. That's not in planning mode. Why is that not in planning mode? There we go. Bang. Bang. There we go. Good. Goody goody gumdrops. Goody goody bum plops. Right, so getting the food down from the trading zone into here. We can do that by making another food stockpile in this room. It's a little bit crude, but we'll get it in here so it's out of the trading zone. And then once that's done, we can... Is this blood? Oh, God, there's blood all over the place. What's the mood of the fortress like? Not great. Not great. Let's check the combat reports out. Mechanic. Oh, what? Mechanics and carpenters fighting? What's all this about? Oh, don't tell me we're going to go into another bloody anger spiral. Is the violence ongoing? Someone's resting has been cancelled by violence. Are we going to go into another moody cascade? Is that what this fortress is going to be about? Oh, hello, something on the surface has happened. Migrants! Oh, goodness me. Things are getting a bit hairy. Let's get the trade depot set up. We need to call our trader up regardless. Currently resting. That's fine. Compliments on an awesome shade of purple. Bold choice. Who? Me? Question mark. Maybe. Oh, the wall. Oh, yeah, that's my partner's doing. I have little to no input into decorating because I would live... You know how hobbits live in warm, comfy holes? If there was a space to put my computer where I was confident it wouldn't short out from dripping water, I'd live in a hole. Not what you would call the world's most built environmentally conscious. Same with clothing. Like, I literally feel no qualms about wearing hand-me-downs from other people. This shirt... Oh no, this shirt isn't. This was the shirt that came with the computer game. But I am not what you would call sartorially advanced. In fact, sartorially basic would probably be about the right statement. Oh, look, there's miasma going everywhere in my bastard food processing room. Why is this? What's going on? Oh, I've probably got to forbid some tallow, haven't I, while we're at it? Let's get into the meat zone. There we go. We got any tallow? Tallow. Show me some tallow. Just don't cook with it. That's what I want. Could we do that with... I think we could separate the tallow out with stockpiles, actually, couldn't we? We could forbid it from the general food stockpiles and make another one that would work. Do I actually have anywhere that could render out the fat, though? That isn't... Do I have a workshop that's available for that? Is it a farmer's workshop? I think it is, isn't it? No. Is it a kitchen? It's a kitchen. And we do have that as a thing on option. I legitimately have not bought new clothes for 4 years, unless you count underwear. I mean, if you count my clothes not being bought for me by my partner and or mother, I haven't bought clothes for myself since I was a teenager shopping in Camden Market. No, I'm pretty sure I bought a hoodie when I was like 25 or so. Pretty sure I did that. I got that Dying Fetus hoodie. I bought that one. And maybe I bought a few sets of socks and pants as well. But generally speaking, not a big buyer of clothes. Don't really care. It's not really my kind of thing. Oh, Mama Sal is dehydrated. Probably in the grip of some sort of fugue, I would guess. Let's find Sal. Let's see what she's up to. Where are you, Mama Sal? Where are you, Mama Sal? Come on. Come on. Hopefully the fortress isn't collapsing. I should do a population check, shouldn't I? Have I gone past you? I think I have. I've gone miles past you. Frothy Fred. I could do a search, but that would almost be too easy at this point. I don't see her. Oh, don't tell me she's dead. Q. S-A-L. Oh, there you are, there you are. No job. Good, good, good. Let's zoom to you. Ooh, outdoors though. Not ideal. Not ideal. What are you doing out there? You're just hanging around? Oh, you're trapped in a fucking tree. One of those, are you? One of those. Okay. Well, it's do or die. We're just going to have to chop the tree down and hope that you manage to get out of there alive. We'll see how it goes. Is that one of my fruit trees? Of course it is. Of course it is. Why else would you be up there, trapped in the branches? It wouldn't make sense. We're giving it a go, Sal. We're trying to cut you down. Out of buckets for our hospital. Oh, okay. Bear with me. Let's get buckets. I shouldn't be out of buckets. I believe I have buckets on a standing order. They're chopping the tree down now, Sal. You should be free or dead, or both, very shortly. Imminently. There you go. Are you alive? No, I think you died. Oh no, that's Kadol Unalushut's corpse. Let's quickly check to see if you have popped your clogs. No, you haven't a drink. Off you go for a little boozy breakfast. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we've rescued Sal. What was I doing? Look over to chat. Get buckets. Thank you, Dr. Phineas. Shingard's a rabid soccer fan. Have to purchase the latest home, away and third kit for round the house leisurewear. I've never been a sports person. Never really been driven to purchase uniforms of any kind, or they're not called uniforms, are they? Strips, whatever. To be honest, says Ravelin, my style is unnoteworthy enough that even if I did buy new clothes, nobody would notice. Hello Cupo. Having seen Cupo's faults, I would wager that Cupo is a sartorially activated man. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. I mean, I'm not quite sure what direction the fashion tastes would lean, but I'm guessing cool. Cool. Possibly. Who knows? Sal's not happy. I don't think you are happy, Sal. You've been stuck in a tree for God knows how long, dying of thirst. I mean, maybe once you've got a little bit of wine down your neck, you'll be happier, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, let's resume. Let's resume. I feel like we could be on the downward slope for this fortress. The population was, if we just... what was that? Stop it. That's better. Population was 74 adults, 1 child and 0 vulnerable babies. And now it's 71. So we've lost 3 people. But has that occurred recently or over the course of the session? I wonder. Violence seems to have ceased for long enough for the blood to be cleaned up. So I'm guessing it was a minor outburst. I'm guessing. We'll have to see. It could be over. It could all be over. Maybe we don't need to worry so much. I don't know what I've got to do to cheer my dwarves up, to be honest. Maybe give them a few bedrooms or something. Oh, thank you, Sal. I do apologise. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Always with the forgetfulness. Oh, damn. They brought that food down quick, didn't they? Still a little... Oh, hang on. There's still traders in the trade zone. Take me to the trader zone. Is that good? Is that what I wanted? Have I got that right? Trader requested at depot? Is that good? I think that's good, right? The trader's going in? Where is he? Is he still resting? Still resting. Still resting. That's correct. Good. Oh, I think I saw him going. No? Not at all. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, scoundrel. You didn't see shit. Okay, the miasma's starting to fade. That's not too bad. I was going to put in proper stockpiles for different types of leftovers, wasn't I? Different types of refuse, so we could have them next to the craft dwarf workshops. What did I do? What is this room for? Does this have an actual use, or have I just... You know what? I'm going to put a bone stockpile here. Refuse. I'm going to make it fairly large. Make it about... Oh, why'd you do that? Didn't go all the way to the edge. That's going to be deeply unsatisfying. Let's get rid of that and replace it. There we go. Refuse stockpile. All the way up to the edge, and then we'll click on it. We'll say S, and then we'll get rid of all the stuff that miasmas, all the stinky stuff. No corpses, no body parts. But yes, we do want skulls. Yes, we want bones, shells, teeth, horns, hooves, hair, and wool. Do we also want any of this? We don't want meat. We don't want fish, or raw fish, or seeds, plants, leaves, cheese. I'm prepared. You know what? I think maybe we can just say none of that shit. There we go. None of that. Just skulls and bones and shells and teeth and that kind of stuff. The craft refuse. The kind of stuff that you need to save to send to school with your primary age children. Not the kind of stuff that you would put into the bin. Yogurt pots, kitchen rolls, tubes, that kind of stuff. Look at them bring that bone down. Here it comes. Nice. This shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I should set one of these Crafts Dwarfs workshop to decorate stuff with bone. Get someone up to skill. You know, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to do it. Let's... Oh, sorry. What happened there? Try again. Okay. Can we actually make stuff with bone? What's in here? Bone bolts. Decorate with bone. Crafts, leggings, greaves, gauntlets, helms, amulets, bracelets, earrings, crowns, figurines, rings. You know what? I'm going to come back to the decorating. Let's keep the bones around for moods, and then at some point I'm going to try and set up like a pipeline of materials going into decoration and studying workshops, and we'll see how that pans out. But for now, let's take another look at our armory workshop and see if that's doing anything. So, it doesn't look like anyone's actually started making... Oh, did I not make that a standing order for the armour? Oh, for fuck's sake. Add armour. Here we go. Make me some copper breastplates. Alt W. Please repeat it. And let's keep 5 to 10 in stock in this auto melt stockpile, which should, owing to the fact that we've kept the skill level usable capped, result in a load of breastplates being made by lower skilled people and then melted to go back into the stockpile so they can keep training. That's the theory. That is the theory. Trader required shown on screen equals trader required. Okay, so that should mean we have a trader. Currently resting. Currently resting. Not up to much. Sigan. You know what, Sigan? Let's... Oh, is that him coming in now? No, it's the mayor. Let's have a quick look for Sigan. See where he is. Sigan. The engraver, different Sigan. Let's do a search. Oh, thank you very much for the raid, Mossy Griffin. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. How lovely. You just catch me trying to figure out why my trader's not trading. Maybe replace your trader. He's a bit pants. You know what? Sigan is a bit pants, isn't he? Let's get rid of him. Let's kick this trader to the curb. So we replace with, who have we got? Tosid. Professional negotiator, judge of intent, intimidator, comedian and consoler. No appraiser though. What about this one? That is the guy I've currently got, Sigan. He's the only one with appraising skill by the look of things. Okay. Well, all the negotiation skill in the world is not much use if you don't know how much the thing you're trading is worth. What do we do? Do we keep Sigan in, or do we move on to one of the others? Solon the Bookbinder? We can't use the Mayor. Mayor's not an available one. We can't double dip on the noble rolls. That causes nothing but confusion and stress. Absolute madness lies that way. Hello, Veru Mamo. Welcome to the stream. Hello, once again, Mossy Griffin. Jiggles the Fed. Welcome to the stream again. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Nico Live. Thank you for joining us. Tasty and the Cats. Welcome. And he'll learn appraiser if you sell one item. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much for the follow, Veru Mamo. Also, Nico Live. Thank you very much. What lovely gestures. What beautiful things. Okay, well, let's put Solon, the Bookbinder, into position as the... Oh, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I will get names into the fortress. Don't you worry. In fact, what we'll do, seeing as we've had the raid, and I am actually bursting for the toilet, what we're going to do is we're going to go and do a naming session in Dwarf Therapist, and then I'm going to take a little break. I know it's not the most exciting thing to have happen in a raid, but it's the way things go. Honestly, if I could somehow use my powers that I don't have to allow you to experience the sensations I'm experiencing right now, you would be on my side. You'd be like, please, no, stop, what are you doing? It feels like I need to pee. Oh, this is an invasion of my personal space. Ah, my psyche, it's being deconstructed. No. I mean, it would be definitely a war crime. Just a regular crime. It's a crime on all levels, war or no. Anyway, where was I? Let's go and look for names, shall we? So I'm going to go to my Stream Manager tab here in the browser. I'm going to go over to the Community drop-down. I'm going to bring out channel points into another tab. Very exciting. It definitely deserves narration. And then we'll go to Manage Rewards and Challenges, Review Requests Queue, question mark, don't middle mouse, that won't work. Left mouse, that'll work. There we go. And then I can see that 4 days ago, Oafsalot requested a namey. Okay, that's fine. Let's just sort by has nickname in Dwarf Therapist, where we'll go now. I've already done it. Okay. Let's do a quick refresh. Population hasn't dropped. Very good. Do we already have an Oafsalot in the fortress? We do. I'm afraid I shall reject your request, Oafsalot. Plutonium Jesus also requested a dwarf. Have we given Plutonium Jesus a dwarf? We have. Request rejected as well. Sal did the Dwarf Therapist. Mark is complete, excuse me. And Viru Mamo has requested a dwarf named after them 2 minutes ago. This feels current. This feels all to play for. Let's quickly check, even though I'm pretty sure they don't have a dwarf already named after them. And then we'll minimise the has nickname bit. Come down into the no nickname area. Just look away from it. Look away. Oh, it's on the preview screen. Look away this way. Up and down and click. Who've we got here? Odom Oburostan? Sure. Why not? You are now Veru. Commit. And I'll take those points. Mark is complete. Next, we've got Tasty. From Tasty and the Cats. Also, Blueberry Friday and Zoe. I'm just going out on a limb here. I'm guessing, are some of these the names of your cats? Because if so, Friday is a weird name for a cat, unless you're sort of stranded on an island with them. Tasty's also a weird name for a cat. I mean, sure, I'm sure they're delicious, but I mean, it's a weird name for a pet. First of all, we're going to go here with English, set nickname, paste. There goes Tasty. Commit. Now, do we allow the rest of the names? There's 3 more. I mean, we've got, like, how many dwarves without nicknames? 51. Oh, I think we'll allow it. Just this once, Tasty and the Cats. In goes there. That's Ral. No longer. You are now Blueberry. Mark is complete. Then we'll have Friday. A very strange name. But this one here, Ineth. Set nickname, paste, Friday. Commit. There we go, marker's complete. And then, of course, we'll have Zoe. Is that the Zoe who's a cat with a bat? Is that the one? Is that the Zoe? Neil can do that one. Oof, there we go, commit. And then, of course, Spider Jim from Nico Live. Okay. Spider Jim, he goes to church and sings a hymn. You were not expecting me to rhyme that way, but I did. Now, go away. Okay, this isn't working. This isn't going to keep people on the stream. This is going to mess things up. There we go. All committed, all names added to the fortress. We now have 25 nicknamed dwarves and 47. Oh, Shinguards also wants a Zlatan. Zlatan, heavens above. Okay, why not? Let's do it. Meng. Meng is now Zlatan. I've only ever heard the name Zlatan uttered on the Atletico Mints podcast. Interesting. Is that who it's referencing? A footballer? One of those ball footmen? Okay, so all the naming has been done. All of the new raiders are accommodated with the names they've required. Mandrilly McMandrill face, says Ravelin. Alright, one more. Seeing as we're here. Bosh, there we go. Rakust, set nickname. You are now... Oh, that's way too long. We've got a 16 character limit. I tell you what, I'm going to reject that one, I'm afraid, Ravelin. You're going to have to come up, you're going to have to prune that one yourself. You're going to have to figure it out and see if it works. Let's clear that change. There we go. If you can get it under 16 characters, it's done. But until that day, it shall remain in limbo. Right, so let's just check to see if we've got a trader coming in just yet. Oh, okay. Let's... Whew, heavens above. We're waiting for Solon, who's currently coming to trade at the depot. That's nice. That's very nice. I think this is him. Or is that... That's Tasty, apparently. Did I rename our trader? Must have done. Okay, so we'll go to the trade screen, and now... Oh, hang on a minute. There we go. Oh, Nico Live, I just beat you to it. Just by a gnat's hair. Just. But what we're going to do now is we're going to pause the swirler in the background, pause the music, and I'm going to take a little break because I need to get a fresh drink, and also I need to deal with the consequences of having had a drink. That is, my straining and overfull bladder. Let's go back to the home screen. I'll put my camera on just for a sweet second while I say my piece. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music from my good friend Sinister Elements, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Feel free to look him up on SoundCloud. He does have one of those. There might also be a bit of music from Dead Doberman in there. I think if you hear some electric guitar reimaginings of Simon Swerwer songs, that's him. Anyway, thank you very much for watching up until now. Hopefully some of you will still be here when I get back. I'm probably going to be going till about 3 a.m. UK time. We'll see how it goes. But for the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to have fucked off. So you may want to take this opportunity to go for a pee, take a dump, have something to eat. Not that this is going to stop you. I mean, you probably just don't bother worrying about that kind of stuff. Why wait till the break? I mean, I can't see you. You might as well do it anyway. Whatever. Anyway, I'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye. Please enjoy the music.